Today we're going to be discussing the great deadlift debate. Should you be doing sumo deadlifts or conventional deadlifts? And is sumo deadlifting considered cheating? That's what we're going to talk about, and I'm even going to sneak in a little bit of deadlift footage myself because I've been put on notice for never deadlifting. It's because I suck at deadlifting, which you'll see. So without further ado, let's get started on today's kick-ass deadlift dominant video. What's up, meatheads? Coach MANdler here, Team Swole Patrol. As I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about the difference between sumo and conventional deadlifting, which you should choose, and whether or not sumo deadlifting is cheating. All right, so I don't know where that came from, but nevertheless, we'll discuss that. Now to begin with, let me explain the big difference between conventional deadlifting and sumo deadlifting for all you guys out there that might not know what the hell I'm talking about or what the difference is between the two. There are three major differences in regards to the setup and the execution of the lift. First is going to be the width of your stance. Okay, with the sumo deadlift, you're going to be far wider with your feet a little bit further out to where they're literally almost touching the plates that you have loaded up on the collar. Whereas with the conventional deadlift, your feet are almost going to be directly underneath your hips so that you have a clear and efficient line of force. The second difference is going to be where your arms are gripping relative to your knees. Okay, with the sumo deadlift, because you have a good wide stance, you obviously want to grip the bar with your arms hanging straight down and inside your knees. Whereas the conventional, your arms are going to be hanging down and gripping outside of your knees. And the third difference is going to be, even though both require a nice, tight, rigid, insulated spine, the degree of flexion in your spine itself. With the conventional deadlift, you're going to have a little bit of an anterior lean. There's going to be a little bit of spinal flexion, whereas with the sumo deadlift, you're going to have more of a perpendicular spine in the setup, and because of that, with the sumo, you're going to have far more involvement and recruitment from your entire lower body. Of course, your upper body is going to be, invited to the party, but with the conventional deadlift, it's far more back work in addition to initiation and help from the lower body, whereas sumo is far more lower body involvement. And as far as which you should use, one or the other, I think it's really contingent upon why you're deadlifting in the first place. If you were an athlete, let's say you're a basketball player, football player, wrestler, I don't give a shit what you are. If you're a power athlete, I would say stick with the conventional deadlift, because in all reality, very rarely are you going to have to initiate a lot of force in the same sumo stance, nice and wide, versus doing the same thing in that more kind of feet underneath your hips, explosive power position that you would with a conventional deadlift. So I would say if you're an athlete, definitely use conventional as your core lift, and maybe sneak in some sumo work as an assistance lift. That's what I did for strongman, but that's mainly because strongman doesn't allow you to use sumo in competition. But if you're a power lifter, I'm a firm believer, you do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever is comfortable for you, okay? You'll hear some people say it's all gonna be based on the length of your spine, the length of your legs, and whichever one is longer than the other, that's what you should choose. Fuck that, dude. Do whatever is comfortable for you. Find your comfort zone, stick with that, and keep grinding away, okay? Deadlift maxes don't go up too quickly, so find what you're comfortable with, grind away at that, and be sure to have a little bit of patience. And mash on the gas with the assistance work, because what I found is that assistance work and kind of always rotating the different assistance exercises, the rep ranges and the weights with those is going to move the needle far quicker and to a much faster and higher degree than just doing insane amounts of volume with the your core lift, the deadlift in general. So hopefully that helps. Now, in regards to whether or not sumo deadlifting is cheating, fuck you if you think that's the case. Seriously, the people that say sumo deadlifting is cheating are probably the same weak pussy ass clowns that can't deadlift their own body weight. Don't be a fucking hater. It's ridiculous. It's not a good color on you. Be better than that, all right? Anyone that has the balls to go and grab a weight and pick it up, that's what's important. It doesn't matter. Like, if you bring it up to lockout from just a standstill on the ground, that's a good deadlift. For those powerlifters out there that are putting up insane numbers using sumo, look, they're following the rules. They're picking up a weight, they're bringing it to lockouts. If those are the rules and you're a competitor, you obviously want to compete and be as efficient as possible by taking advantage of those rules. Don't be a hater. That's fucking bitches, man. That's straight. Ugh. I get amped up about that, but nevertheless, enough talking about that. Let's get to some footage of me doing some deadlifts. I absolutely hate deadlifts. I suck at them relative to my squats, my overhead press, and my bench press, but nevertheless, you should always work on the things that you suck at. That's why I'm putting this out there. So enjoy some deadlift footage of your boy, and find what your preference is, stick with that, and keep grinding away at that lift and the assistance lifts. I can guarantee you do that, you're gonna start seeing bigger numbers with your performance in the deadlift itself. Hey dude, thanks for checking out today's video. If you dig it and want to learn more about how you can lift more in the deadlift, in the squat, in the overhead press, in the bench press, but also match those bigger lift capabilities with the ability to look good naked on the beach or at the pool, then do yourself a favor right now and grab your free copy of the Performance Bodybuilding Blueprint that I put together for you by clicking on that button right there. Inside, you're gonna get a free week of my performance bodybuilding workouts, as well as some awesome performance enhancement tips that'll teach you how to look and perform like a beast. Click there, it's free. Have a good one. MANdler out.